this is Amy Alton, also known as Nurse Amy. I'm an advanced registered nurse practitioner and a certified nurse midwife, and I am from the website doomandbloom.net. I'm also the designer of medical kits from store.doomandbloom.net. And don't forget, you need medical kits for disasters too. So today we're going to talk about the category heating and fire. Very important, because how else are you going to heat your food and cook your food, and how are people going to stay warm if there is a cold front or if it's just really, really cool outside? So what do you need? First of all, you're going to need things that start fire. So first thing that comes to mind, easy peasy, is a lighter. You have these barbecue lighters, which are actually a little bit safer because when you're making the flame, you can keep your hand a little bit further away. If you have just a Bic lighter, you're gonna have to get right up in there and you have a little bit more chance of a burn. So this might be a little bit more safety, and it says wind resistant, so it won't blow out right away as soon as you light it. Other things you can think about are manual fire starters, and these are magnesium, and you're gonna, I'm not going to do it here, but you'll be sparking this. There's one side that gives you little flakes, and then there's the other side that actually strikes it. So there's definitely many, many different types of fire starters out there. So what are you going to be lighting though? You can buy tinder, which flames up really quickly and easily when you're using these fire starters, or even a lighter. You can make your own. You can use cotton balls that have been dipped in Vaseline. If you're on the move, you can put those in a nice little Ziploc bag and have a whole bag of tinder. Don't forget some waterproof matches. That's not a bad idea either. Another method that we found is actually pretty cool to start fires. I don't have the steel wool right in front of me, and of course I really don't want to set my warehouse on fire right now, but it's super easy to just put the steel wool down and sort of flick it, and what will happen is you will get a spark, and it actually starts a really nice fire. So 9-volt batteries are good for that purpose. There's sterno. Those are really easy. You're going to be popping the top, and again, light it with a longer lighter so you're not up against it because it flames really quickly. There are certain kinds of containers that hold the sterno underneath them, so you're not just putting like a pot or pan on top of them. Even something like this grill here would be helpful for a can of sterno, and you could see you could put a pot right on there. So I've got a multi-purpose grill there. Another thing that's really good for tinder, I know it sounds funny, but dryer lint. That dryer lint that we throw away every single time we put a new load in the dryer, store that up. Oh, another thing, which I don't think that I have right here. Oh yes, I do. Corks. Corks will start a fire nicely. So if you're going to have something specifically just for cooking and not just a fire that you've created, there's some really cool little portable stoves. It's really not that heavy. This one's called Echo Zoom, and what you're going to be doing is feeding the firewood into here and lighting that, and then there's a surface here to put the pan, and you can cook real easy. There are solar ovens. There's one called Sun Oven, which I highly, highly recommend. They're really good. So find something, maybe hibachis. There's also something called a volcano stove that I have, which is really, really neat. Not necessarily easy to move because it's kind of heavy, but boy, is that thing versatile. So solar ovens like Sun Ovens, portable ovens like Echo Zoom. There's also BioLite. There's also something called a rocket stove. So there's a lot of different stoves out there. So find something that makes you happy. We have this one, I have the BioLite, I have the volcano stove, and I have a Sun Oven. Probably have a couple more. One thing about disaster preparedness, never put all your eggs in one basket. Have plan A, plan B, plan C. Don't just have one type of tinder, have 2 or 3. Don't just have one way to start fire, have 2 or 3 at least. Not a bad idea. You never know when one's going to fail. Maybe the second one fails, but hopefully the third one will work for you. So this is some fire tips, and this is Nurse Amy. Thank you for listening.
Hey, if you need a solid medical kit for that wilderness hike, hunting trip, or even long-term survival, check out Nurse Amy's entire line at store.doomandbloom.net. That's store.doomandbloom.net. You'll be glad you did.